your memories and your recollections of how, how you guys first met? So you're at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And, how did that all go down?
So I was currently in my, I believe, junior season, and Joe was in his sophomore season, and it was a night out on town. It was actually the night before my 21st birthday, and me and a bunch of friends, we were out, and he had pulled me to the side on a sidewalk outside of a bar, and he asked for my number. And I was very hesitant because he, being the football player, I did not want to date a football player. I was adamant against that. But we exchanged numbers, and it was a little bit after that I was hanging out with some of the basketball guys, and they had said that, oh, you've been talking to Joe a little bit. He is, such a great guy. They knew him from playing basketball in high school. And so they kind of talked me into it. They said, no, he is definitely a good one. He's nothing like the reputation of the football guys. And so we started chatting that summer and quickly fell head over heels for him. He came to my apartment and picked me up, and we went for a walk and just had some really, really good conversations. And I knew right away that he was the one.
Oh my gosh. And now were you dating someone at the time when he first was trying to ask?
I was. We had been on a few dates, and we were actually holding hands, and he pulled me away and asked for my number. And my then boyfriend at the time was a little smaller than Joe, and to say the least. And so he did not stand in the way. He was just like, oh, whatever's going on here. But yeah, we ended things. He was a little bit older than I was, and he was graduating. So it was nothing super serious. But yes, I was with my boyfriend at the time when Joe asked for my number.
So Joe, you actually pulled her away from who she was holding hands with. Can you
caveman style?
Yeah, so the details are in dispute to this day, but I feel like I was the gentleman in the situation, and used my size to my caveman advantage, and realized that he was no match for me.
Oh my gosh. Now, what did you like about Annie? I mean, look at her. What's not to like, right?
Yeah.
But how did you know that you just had to go out with Annie?
Yeah, so obviously she's cute, so that works. And the fact that she could wear some heels and almost be eye to eye with me was pretty good. So I was on board with that. And I think being an athletic person, always being into sports my whole life, I always felt that having a partner, girlfriend, whatever, was important, that they kind of understood what I did, what I enjoyed, and we had those type of things in common. But having a chance to meet some of Annie's friends and get to know them a little bit before I got to know her, just learning what type of a fun and happy, optimistic, outgoing, funny person she was. Like, to me, she was the total package. And so having an opportunity to finally be able to put the moves on her and try to throw a few pickup lines at her, like, hey, you want to go out of my canoe for a date? Let me take you out of my canoe. I mean, those always work in the dating scene from what I've heard. So at least one out of one worked for me. So yeah, it was easy. Like, when I had that opportunity to try to take her out, I knew I didn't want to drop the ball.
That was your pickup line? That was your ask her out on a date line? You want to go out on my canoe?
Yeah, sorry, I jumped up in the middle of this conversation because I was signing a couple autographs for our dishwasher installment, but you didn't get to the best part. You buried the lead. So as I was doing the caveman pull her away from the boyfriend maneuver, I said the only thing that could come to my mind, and what is that? Of course, hey, let me take you out of my canoe sometime. And I knew that would at least get a laugh, because I actually had a canoe that summer. We were living across the street from each other in Madison. I had a little aluminum canoe that was there that summer that I could take out with me and my friends, and we could go fishing, which we did almost every day when we were living on the lake, because the apartment complex that I was living on was called the Surf Side. And we actually had a little bit of a dock, so I could put my canoe in there and we could go out on Lake Mendota and fish before class or instead of class, which happened a few times in the summer. And I figured that'd be the perfect romantic date, the way to at least get her to agree to the first date. And I was hoping that I could win her over with my self-deprecating goofiness.
Yeah, little did I know he just needed somebody to roll him around to get him to the perfect fishing spot. So I think it was a little bit of both needing a partner and wanting to go on a date.
Well, yeah, it was hard to control the canoe by myself while I was casting. So I needed somebody who wasn't as big into fishing as I was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you actually said yes to the canoe ride. That's pretty incredible.
I did. And actually one of our first dates when we were officially dating, then we went on the Wisconsin River on a canoe trip, and it was so much fun. And now it's something that we actually do with our children every summer. And it just holds like such special memories for us because we've done it now dating right the weekend before our wedding, and now as a married couple, and then with children. So it's a special place for us.
And Joe, had you been to Annie's basketball game?